Hey, what's up guys? It's Nash and welcome to my channel for another episode of my Cozy Minecraft Let's Play. Welcome back, you guys. Holy moly. Holy moly. In the last episode, we built this beautiful orange build, sandstone magical mystical library that is behind me, and man, is this one of my favorite builds. I gushed about it a lot in the last episode, so I'm going to try not to do that this episode, but this is the last build we made. Now, today we're going to be working on something different. Today, we, like I said, got to get this bread, literally, because your girl's running out of food. I've been struggling with finding food to eat because we live in a desert and I don't hurt passive mobs. So you can see where my struggle is starting to play a big role. I mean, guys, we're like, what, 9 episodes in and I don't have a primary way of getting food in this world? What am I actually doing? That is crazy. This should have been probably like a day 2 thing, and I just got so excited to build other things that I kind of got distracted. Speaking of other things, I want to show you something that I worked on in between episodes. One night I just really wanted to play Minecraft, and boy did I spruce up the Sniffer Sanctuary. You guys, I have almost finished this. I do need to get torch flowers. I was originally going to put pitcher plants here, but I felt like the purple color just didn't really match our area. We're kind of going with like a green, orange, blue, cyan kind of feeling, and I feel like these have orange on them, which just makes them kind of fit a little bit better. Now, I do need to go ahead and add all the flowers to the rest of them. I think that's going to look good. I might even also sprinkle in some other flowers, just give it a little difference. The sniffers really like to find the seeds for the pitcher plants and the torch flowers, and specifically, they breed off of the torch flowers. So I think that it looks really cool in here now. I have been starting to decorate this area. Some of you guys were asking, hey Nash, are you gonna decorate the Sniffer Sanctuary? And I finally got around to it. I was having trouble with how I actually wanted to go about this, but I think adding the torch flowers around so it looks like the torch flowers are kind of popping out seeds and the little sniffers are finding them. I think that that's a cool little detail. But yeah, I can show you on the other side a little bit more detail. Oh, I also, yeah, let me go to this other side. I changed the path too. I think that this looks nice. It's cohesive. I wanted to leave a little bit of sand in here, so we've got that mixed in. But this is sort of more of the layout without all the sniffers around. We've just got grass, concrete, moss, and then a little bit of foliage. I tried not to put it around the edges so that they can't actually get out and like jump out of the pen. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So if we have a rogue sniffer, we'll know we need to move one of them. The next mission that I want to do is I want to take down these mangrove trees because they are blocking the view of my build, and I really want to be able to actually see this area. These are really tall. These are going to be hard to take down. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too excited about this process, but let's get to work. Well, my life just got a lot easier because I totally forgot you could insta-hoe leaves. This is amazing! Alright, just as the rain is starting to sink in, it looks so much better to have that all cleared out. I gotta find a place to put my tree farm, but that's gonna have to come in due time because today we gotta start working on, like I said, the wheat fields and a wheat farm. I don't even know if I said that. Did I say that? Anyways, today we're going to be working on a wheat farm, which I'm excited about. I have an area back here that is already kind of carved out. This is, as you can see, probably going to be one of our biggest builds aside from the Sniffer Sanctuary. Literally, the Sniffer Sanctuary is quite large and in charge, but this build is going to be about the same. It's going to be pretty big, and I felt like it fit pretty good back here. So this is the new location. Okay, so I'm planning out how big the farm is actually going to be. This is a pretty big farm. So I'm just altering the dimensions a bit because I think we need a little bit more room. So I'm kind of popping it out a couple more bigger than I originally was going to. So I'm bringing it out this way. The farm should end here. So I want to have a walkway here, and then this is where the wall of the building's going to be. So we've got the building going around, all the way around. And then here in the center, this little kind of section here is going to be the actual farm. And then we're going to have some decorative pieces on each side. So you got to make sure you leave room. You don't want to just do the dimensions of the farm because then you're not going to have enough size for the build. But now that we've got that done, the next thing to do is actually construct the farm. So I'm probably going to do this in maybe the form of a time lapse just because I got this tutorial from a video. So I will link it down in the description box below, but when I get back, I'll mention where the farm comes from. So I think the redstone-y parts of this build are pretty much finished. We do need to make a few more buckets. I think we need 6 buckets total. So there's 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Okay, let's go fill these up really quick. All right, so let me show you guys the farm. So this, I basically modified a tutorial from Treasure Toad. So go check out their videos, go check out the tutorial if you want to remake this. Basically in their video, they showed only one side of this. I just added another side to it and I think it should work pretty good. I just wanted double the resources. So yeah, I did an extra side to double it. So I'm hoping that it works. It should. I did it in a creative world and it seemed like it was working. So we got all the water in there. Now we just have to till all the land. Like I said, we got all the redstone sorted and then here's all the hoppers to collect all of our items. So let me go see if I can get a hoe going. And I think what we're gonna do, if I have enough diamonds for this, actually, I don't think I have any diamonds. Oh no, I do. Okay, cool. We are gonna make a diamond hoe. That's right, guys. Can I actually enchant this? I can. Oh man. I think I might do that. Hey, I've got 33 levels. Might as well use them on something. Unbreaking 3 efficiency 4. I'll take it. All right, I'm already seeing an issue with my farm. I totally forgot to add water to this central section, so I do need to go do that really quickly because this side is not going to stay hydrated. You can see that this side is staying hydrated because we have water underneath this column here, but I need to go add water to this middle section, so that was my bad, but we can fix this. All right, so I got this filled in. Hopefully this works. So we'll put the water here. And then that should flow all the way down. So we can just check it by coming over here. Yep, and it flows all the way there. Okay, so I guess the next thing we have to do, see how, yeah, all this is staying hydrated, which is great. Now we just have to till all this and see if this will stay hydrated. Now, I know there are villager-based farms that are fully automatic. This is technically a semi-automatic farm. We will have to go and plant all the seeds ourselves, which is fine. I don't mind doing that, especially with this kind of slower paced series. I don't mind doing some of the grindy things. So that might be, you know, we might move to a villager based wheat farm, carrot farm, potato farm later on. But this is going to get us started, and I think this will be nice for the time being, and it's a relatively easy and not so expensive farm. So I'm going to stick with this for now, although I do know that there are villager-based farms that are a little bit more efficient. We're doing it this way for now. So all of the land should stay tilled. If we press this button, we should start to see the water flowing down. Definitely not a good sign that I'm not seeing water flowing. Oh, there we go. Okay, my torch was in the wrong place. Like, are you kidding me? See, this is why I don't understand redstone. The torch was in the wrong place. But yeah, so there it is. There's all the water flowing, and it does flow on both sides when I press this button. So that one's working, and then we just press it again to retract the water. So that is super cool. Oh yes, now let's see if this button works too. I decided to do dual buttons. Yep, that's looking like it's working. Just so you can come to either side, whichever side you're closest to, and click it that way. So yeah, that is working perfectly. We are growing tons of torch flowers. I've been growing these in the meantime while I've been building this, and they have been growing super fast, so we can actually continue our design over here. Gosh, I love this Sniffer Sanctuary. It is looking so much better now that I'm getting all the flowers in, now that we officially have a design that I like for these little things. I don't know why, but I felt like the fountains just didn't fit. They just looked a little bit odd to me, so I'm glad that I switched it up and I'm going with something that I actually like. So here we go. Let's put all these down, and then let's see. I'm gonna have to grab some scaffolding to get up to the top here to put this one torch flower down on the corner. But no. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I didn't even see that creeper. No. The farm is done. Bumpity bump, the farm is done. Forgive me. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm having some Cheetos. I'm having a great day. I'm having a good time. Oh, what's better than Minecraft, puffy Cheetos, and a good Frappuccino from Starbucks? Probably a lot of things, but honestly, it's making me happy, so... Anyways, who cares? Who cares? Nash, about your coffee. Okay, anyways, so we're gonna start on design, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this going, ready to just get some stuff sketched out. That's sort of the phase that we're at, is the sketching point. So I'm gonna go and do this. I think we are going to make this pretty tall. It's gonna be a big greenhouse. It's gonna have glass. It's gonna be somewhat of a stereotypical greenhouse, but not exactly. So let's see, this is already up by 2. I think I don't want it to be taller than our mine, but I do want it to be somewhat tall. So let's go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Is that the calling? No, I definitely think we're gonna go up by at least 11. And why do I never put my scaffolding down? This is such an issue for me. I never ever put my scaffolding down before I build something. I'm kind of thinking maybe we go up by 11 or possibly even 13. So 10, 11, this would be 11. 13 is going to be basically as big as our house. So maybe we don't do 13. Yeah, I think 11 is going to look really good. Let's go down, take a faraway view. You guys know I like to do this. I don't hate that, but I do want it to be a little bit bigger. I just feel like I want all my builds in this world to be really grand and large and beautiful. And I feel like it could go up by like 2 more. And you guys know me in odd numbers. I've got to do the odd number. It is basically going to be as tall as our house, but you know, I'm not even mad about that. I think, well, okay, actually, hold on, because maybe I want to add a little top section to this, like a decorative top. So maybe we should go down a couple levels just to keep it so we can add more to the top, but we don't want it to get too big, if you know what I mean. I think that's going to do the trick. So 11 is going to be our lucky number. All right, there is 11. So what we're going to do is, I've never done this shape of a build before, and I'm really excited about it. So we're going to have this central section be kind of taller, and then the sides are going to be lower, and then we're going to have a diagonal section that goes up like so. I think it's going to look cool. So these are going to be 11, and then over on the corners here, I think we're going to do probably 9, maybe 8 or 9. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try 8 and see what that's going to look like. Yeah, that seems good. And then 11 will be on this one. So I've gotten in some beams to go across to kind of just show the natural size of, I don't know how to explain this, guys. I'm just trying to go across and give a framework, give an outline. That's the best way to put that. But what I want to do is, I told you guys I wanted this to kind of arch up and into this top section here. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that matches up perfectly. Okay, let's go and do that to the other side and see if this actually looks good. See if this is something that we like, if we need to move it or change it or anything. I think it's gonna match up pretty nicely though. We're gonna have to figure out how to, I've never done a build like this, so we're gonna have to figure out how to make it not so flush. Pretty good. Let's take a step back. What do we think of that? Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then that's gonna kind of come across flat there. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. And then basically what we're gonna do is have glass going in by 1. We'll have some glass and we will make that look good, I think. I really don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm just freeballing here, but I think that that's a good start. I think that's gonna look awesome. So when it comes to this build, I think I want to start using some bamboo blocks. But I think it'd be nice because the wheat texture is like a yellowy texture when it's full grown, and it has little bits of green in it. And I think that this would be a great block to complement our wheat and give it more life, give it more color. I think it would be amazing. Is this? I guess this is an axe. I thought this would definitely be. What's the fastest tool on this? I guess definitely not a shovel, right? Yeah, I guess it's an axe. Interesting. Okay. And then I've been working on the windows. So look at this, guys. This looks awesome. And I love this double layered look. I'm gonna go with plain glass. I was gonna think about going with orange dye, but honestly, kind of love the way it looks just plain. And then if we get a smoothing texture pack that kind of takes away all those rough edges, that might look super smooth and nice. Although I don't even mind the kind of the lines in the glass. I think that actually looks quite nice too. So I'm in a creative world, my creative test world, and I'm just trying to figure out a flooring. And you guys, this to me just looks like pasta. Like it looks like dry pasta noodles. This is the bamboo blocks and all the different like bamboo mosaic, bamboo stripped, bamboo planks. And I'm just trying to get a feel for which flooring I like the best. And I think I'm between this top one and this bottom one. But I thought I'd come back with you guys because this just looks like different types of pasta to me. Does anyone feel the same? I hope so, because it's kind of making me hungry. Hello, invisible friend. My gosh, we have a visitor while I'm building this, putting my glass down. Oh gosh, I can't even see you. Look for the bubbles. Ooh. Oh my gosh. 5 emeralds for a cherry sapling. You guys, we haven't found a cherry biome. I'm getting my emeralds right now. Oh my gosh. You guys have been asking me when I'm going to play with some of the new blocks. Today we're going to play with the bamboo blocks, but we haven't even found a... I'm out of emeralds. Oh, what a terrible time to be out of emeralds. Oh no. Okay, hold on. We are going to stick trade until our knuckles turn blue. Now, eventually, guys, don't worry. We will get an official... we'll go find a biome, a cherry blossom biome. We need one more. I think I can do this with my stick guy. Yes, there's 5. We get a cherry sapling. Oh, but you guys have been, like I was saying, asking me when I am going to be building with some of the new blocks. Today we're going to be using the bamboo blocks, but I haven't found a cherry blossom biome to use the cherry. And we have this beautiful wandering trader who is selling cherry saplings. At this time we can only get 1, but that should be enough to get us going. So that is incredible. But anyways, let's go put this in a very special place. This chest is kind of where I'm keeping all of my new special things along with all my leaves and whatnot. So that's good. But yeah, I was just... putting all the glass on my build and then realized that he was standing right there. So that we got lucky, you guys. That is amazing. I just gotta say, this is such a small detail, but I love the way that those green bushes look kind of through the glass there and just the lighting and how you can see through. Gosh, that is so cool. How close these builds are. I love it, love it, love it. This is gonna look awesome. We're definitely gonna add a lot of greenery into here too, because this is, again, just a very lush place where we're growing things, and I think it's gonna look awesome. But the next thing I kind of want to do is possibly get the flooring in place. But yeah, I've been trying to work out how I want to do this flooring design. I think I got one of the plans that I would like to do. I think if we take these full blocks of bamboo and then we strip these and then we kind of do like a pattern. So we kind of go like this. So we go that, then that, then that. I think that's the way I want to do things. And then we just kind of keep this going here. So like that, and basically just alternating back and forth, doing sideways, front ways, if you guys know what I mean. Progress has been made. Check this out, guys. Look at all the glass placed in. This place is looking super open and beautiful. My goodness, holy cow. Dude, I love this build. I love a good greenhouse. Greenhouses are just really fun to build. This is definitely different. This is definitely a different style of greenhouse than I've ever made, but I think so far I am really enjoying this build. I think this looks cool. There's a couple things that I definitely want to change, including oh, hi zombie. My gosh, why you, come on, seriously, attacking me from while my back is turned? That is disrespectful. I have been considering whether I actually like this farm being in the middle. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this, because I feel like I want this to look like a greenhouse. I want it to look like an actual greenhouse, and I just feel like it doesn't right now. I don't know. Honestly, to me, it feels more like an old industrial factory build more than anything, and I'm just not sure that I love that. I don't love the back here. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's some things that I definitely want to change, and I know I spent a lot of time building this, but I almost feel like it might look better to have smaller ones kind of sprinkled around here instead of just one big one in the center. And another thing that I think you guys might be a little bit sad about is I'm taking out this flooring. I am so sorry. I've been trying to use as much of the new items as I can, but for some reason, this bamboo block, everyone's been so excited about the bamboo block, and to be honest with you guys, this was my least favorite part of the new update. Not to like be super nitpicky or anything, but I just feel like this color is incredibly hard to work with other blocks in the game. In the sandy area, the sandstone almost has somewhat of a yellow tone to it, but it's more of like a rich beigey neutral kind of yellow, and this is more of a greeny neon kind of yellow. And when you put these two next to each other, they're so different that they just don't, to me, they don't really work together. They're not a part of the same family, like yellow family. So I just can't get with this flooring. I can't do it. I need to take it out. So I did just want to say, as I am ripping down this farm, that there's actually nothing wrong with this farm. In fact, it is really well made. So seriously, go check out Toad's video, because it is very good. But the reason why I'm taking this down, just to elaborate a little bit more so you guys don't think it's like because of the farm or anything, it is definitely not. It is just more of the fact that I want this to look more of a traditional greenhouse, and I feel like this farm just is so big and it takes up so much space that it doesn't allow me to have a lot of room to decorate and make this look like an authentic official greenhouse. You know, I kind of want to be able to have some pots and some flowers and some things growing on the inside and make it look like, you know, when you go to a greenhouse or a nursery, they usually have these big long tables in the middle, and there's all these plants, and there's plants hanging from the ceiling, and I really wanted it to look like every build in this place. I don't want it to just look like a farm wrapped in a build. I really want it to look like what it's supposed to look like. You know, this is supposed to look like a greenhouse. So I don't want it to look like a farm that's just wrapped in glass. Like, I want it to actually look like a greenhouse on the inside, the decoration to look like a greenhouse. So that's kind of the reason why I'm taking it down, is because it's a great farm, it's fine, but I just want to be able to actually walk in here and be like, yes, this is a greenhouse. Whew, you guys, I have been working and making revisions. So I have been changing some things, as you can see. So I officially took out the farm. Sorry if you can hear the mower in the background. There's someone mowing outside my house, but wow, okay, this looks way more like a greenhouse, which is making me happy. I think this looks pretty dang awesome. I extended these back windows, so now they go all the way down, which I think looks good. It makes it look more like a greenhouse. And the flooring. So we're going with the bamboo. I decided to change my mind. We do have a lot of green in this area, and I was actually standing right here And I was looking at this because I love how this looks. I love how you can see the green through the glass, and then we have that nice, beautiful, warm light from the lanterns. And I was like, that is like a really nice neon green color. Like, I really, really like that. And I think that where I was going wrong is I was trying to fit yellow into this when yellow really hasn't been a main color in our city. So I was like, bamboo comes in green. Why am I not using the green variant of bamboo? Like, what the heck is wrong with me? So I switched it out, and boy, does this pop. It looks so colorful and vibrant and beautiful, and I am loving it. I also went ahead and changed the cyan out for green just so they match, and I added a little bit of a lip to the top there, so we have a little more depth in between our glass. And then same as on our starter house, we have these little glowstone pedestal type things. I did those around the edges as well, all the way around. I really want to keep the base of my builds lit. You know, we want to keep a lot of lighting in this area so we don't get mobs. And then we have this new design. I kind of like this. I wanted more lanterns because this area of the build was looking really dark. So I came up with this nice little hanging lantern design so we could actually add more lanterns. I felt like a full block was a little too heavy. It was a little too much. So going in with a fence post and the trapdoors holding that up there, I think it adds that little brown tone that we like to add to our builds. And yeah, oh, I'm falling. But yeah, I think it looks really nice and gives us some nice hanging lighting on the outside of our build. So this thing, you guys, is coming together and I'm loving it. I'm adding greenery and I've been getting so many ideas for what to do on the inside. I think it'd be great for us to have different sections for different plants. And then I also want to have a section for pots where we can kind of craft pots. We can put lots of clay because whenever you get plants, especially if you go to a nursery and everything, they usually have a bunch of pots on the wall that you can go and buy pots and put your plants in them, of course. So I think it'd be really cool, since we got these new decorative pots in the game, to go ahead and add some like a little potting section. It could be very nice. All right, you can see that I have carved out some holes up there. We're going to be using some chains, some grindstone, and some spruce slabs to make little hanging planters. I think this is going to look really good. So let's just go up to the top. I definitely want to fill the vertical space in this build. So what we're going to do is put a grindstone down, and then we're going to shift click and place 3 chains. Oops, I'm in the way. There we go. And then on the bottom of that chain, we are going to put a slab. And then we're just going to kind of work that across, but I want to get all of these in place. So basically they're going to run this way, kind of horizontally across the ceiling. It should look cool. So you can kind of get a feel for what we are going for. We're going to have these big, tall hanging things. And I kind of want it to look a little mechanical, like you can lower and raise them. You can get them closer to the sun. Like maybe these are plants that need a lot of sunlight or something like that. So yeah, I think that's gonna look good. Let me get the other side in place and then let me show you what this looks like. Also, I need to put a block up there because I guess I missed a block, but yeah. Okay, let's start to get this decorated. So that is what I was talking about. We have these nice little kind of crane planter basket thingies that I think this is gonna look so cool once we get some greenery. It's going to add some nice detail on the vertical, which will look good. So what I think I want to do here is we're gonna do a little bit of dirt, not too much, because we have the bushy leaf texture in this texture pack I'm using, which is Jersey Boys Better Leaves texture. I love it. Love the bushy leaves. We're going to kind of fill in some bushiness going on. And then on the outsides, right above that slab on the side of the full block here, we're going to add trapdoors. This is going to make it look like it's just more in a planter and more in like being held up instead of just kind of a dirt clump on top of a piece of wood, if you know what I mean. Like this actually gives it a little bit of a container. And then I'm thinking on all of the dirt sections, what we'll do is maybe some flowers or something like that. And then the leaves, we can have them kind of growing like hanging vine plants over the edge. I think it'll look super nice if I don't fall off. But yeah, we can kind of take a step back. Yeah, see how that's going to add just a little trim to the side of that so that it looks like it's being held up by something. But yeah, so then we kind of come over the sides with these and make it work somehow. Oh gosh, I'm getting stuck on my roof. So what we might have to do as well is just get rid of some of these trapdoors. Just so we can add leaves. Oh, I'm doubling up. Oh, good. Okay. So what I mean here is like get rid of this trapdoor so we can have this look like it is hanging over the edge here like so. And again, this is just gonna look like some really nice hanging shrubs. Ah, that looks so good. Look at these. Oh, they look fantastic. That is literally the exact vision I was going for. I added some torch flowers as well, just to give a little pop of color up there. But I love it. This is exactly what I was thinking. I wanted some hanging plants from the ceiling just to fill that space up there. And I think that that looks awesome. So we're going to do a similar vibe for the flooring. We do want to have a couple automatic farms in here. I'm debating whether I want to put 4 or 3. So basically what we're going to do is the same farm, just small, just on a extremely small scale. So I was kind of thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have this window here and this window here. I'm thinking we can do a 7 by 7 here. And what we will need room for the redstone actually. So let me kind of change this up a bit. Pop it out by 1. And I think maybe here do our 7 by 7 and see if it fits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to grab more dirt, but see, that's awesome. Yeah, that kind of gives us a lot more space to play with, which I like. We can fit some stuff in the middle here. We have a lot of room around the back to add some things. We even have some room in the front to add some stuff. We can do something down the center, like a table down the center. I think that this could be a better plan. This is gonna feel more like a greenhouse than what we had before, which is what I'm really excited about. So I got all 4 of our farms in, and this is looking so much more like what I thought it was going to look like. I also got a table in the center because usually when you go to nurseries and stuff, they have really big long tables that have an array of different types of plants on them. So that's what I plan to do, a bunch of pots with like different plants and stuff in here. I think that's going to look good. And then I want to have a couple sections. So I want to have a bamboo section as well as a cactus section or cacti section. I feel like those will look really good in the back. Like we could have specialty cacti and bamboo, especially because bamboo grows really tall. So I think it'd look really nice in these bigger windows back here. So from far away, we can see these giant cacti growing in here or these giant bamboo. I think it'll look great. So the way that I want to do this, let's see, we need to get... we should probably get some dirt to plant this on, either that or sand. So I guess we'll work on the cacti section for now. Maybe we put that on this side. Cacti can't grow next to other blocks, so we can't put it there. So we would need to have them growing 1 block out like so. And then we'll probably have that go there. And then what I was thinking is we have some custom cacti that are just like really big, really tall, so you can see them, and we kind of scatter them throughout this area. And then another thing that I think would look great to do would be to have some possibly here, maybe we have some shelves that we can put pots of cacti, so smaller ones like little starter pots, if you know what I mean. So in a way, I think this is somewhat of a shop, but it's not really gonna be a shop. I don't know. I guess we are building a village, so maybe it can turn into a shop later or something like that. Here I am building in the dark again. What's new? Let me see if I can get you guys some dynamic lighting here. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we have to kind of strategically plan out where we want our cacti to be, because it can't be anywhere that there's already a block. So we kind of need it to be maybe there, and then we could do one here, and then here would be good. I know it's gonna be a tight squeeze. You're not really gonna be able to get to the cacti, but back there. But this is almost gonna be more of like a display window kind of thing is what I'm thinking. And in fact, let's actually change this and this. Let's do one here and here, and then switch this out and do that. Okay, I think that's going to be good. So now using our scaffolding, what we can do is we can really build these up as tall as we want them to be. So like this one, for example, could be like, okay, that one has to go there. That's fine. But we can make this one like super, super tall. You're going to be able to see these from the windows. So I'm kind of just making these super ridiculous. Like this is our stock of giant cacti in the back. And I think that that's really going to add a nice splash of green back there. Okay, so I've got 4 pots here. This should be a pretty good amount to decorate. I definitely want a few more, I think, but this will be nice. I wish we could like double these up and make these as tall as we want, but you know, we can always have the little cacti here. So these are the little starters that you can buy if you want to. We can even have a sign here, and we can write on the front and back of signs, so we can even have this so that when you see it through the window, you can read the sign from the back, which I think is awesome that they added that. But we can write like, you know, cacti starters for sale or something like that on there. I think would look good. And then, yeah, I just need to kind of fill it up with some more stuff. So I'm very curious to see what this display looks like from the outside. So let me see if I can actually get across here. Now the trick is going to be getting back, and I need more food. This is the whole reason we're doing this today, because I need food. But yeah, look at that. Look at all the greenery in there. It's starting to look so lush and nice. But I want to see how the cacti look. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I think that looks good. You can really see those tall ones in the windows. I think that looks really nice. Okay, bamboo should be a tad bit easier, just because I believe we can actually plant this next to other blocks. So that's going to be really nice. Let's do something like this. Maybe we can put a bush there. That would be good. Let's do a very small table there, and then across here we will do slabs. And then again, just going through here on the floor and kind of switching out some of these blocks for sand so that we can plant our bamboo down here. So yeah, this is gonna be a super, super easy display to do. We can just have our bamboo growing, and it will grow super tall. We'll have tons here. Let's maybe get rid of this one, just so we can still access the tables if we need to. I need to get a little bit more clay so I can get more bricks, but you guys are starting to get the idea. I'm just going to fill up these empty areas with displays that look like, you know, we're selling a bunch of really exotic, fun plants here. I also want to add a rare plant section that I think is going to be nice to add to the front window. So I got to get to work. There's still so much to do, and I want to get this finished up. So I'll be back with you guys once I've got this done. So sometimes I might have a tendency to overcomplicate things just a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need complicated, sometimes you need simple. It just depends on the day. But you guys, I have been doing some revision, so let me show you what I've been working on. Yeah, so let me talk to you. So originally I was going with this design right here, this kind of gazebo looking indoor covered automatic farm, and I just could not get it to where I could hide this redstone. And this is where my lack of redstone knowledge is just kicking me in the butt, because I'm sure there is a super simple and easy way to fire this but also hide the redstone, but I'm just not smart enough to know how to do that. I actually went into a creative test world and tried a bunch of things, and I just couldn't figure it out. I don't know why. I just tried all different kinds of blocks and things and repeaters and torches and blocks, and it just was not working out for me. So like I said, I built this big old gazebo thing. I actually built 4 of these in these sections where I want to have our little crop farms. And I was like, you know what? I think this is where I'm overcomplicating it. These farms really don't need to be automatic. And to be honest, in this area, I care more about the aesthetics than having a functional farm. Maybe sometime later, we can build a crazy big functional farm. But right now, definitely in this city, I am focused more on aesthetics. I'm in the process of taking this last one down, and I thought I'd come back with you guys. It's a really cool design, but I think that this is better suited for outside. It doesn't really quite make sense being indoors in this beautiful, you know, glass thing that we made, and then we're covering it with these gazebo type looking things. It just didn't feel right to me. So I decided to really strip this down and go with something so simple. And that is these giant planter boxes. They fit perfectly here. We've got the water in the middle, and I am just going to plant my crops here and manually put them up and take them down. Now, this was going to be a somewhat manual farm anyway, because I would have to go and plant all the seeds myself. I don't have villagers doing that. So honestly, it's really not that much different. The only thing different is that we're not going to have water to harvest the crops for us, but that feels like such a small difference to me. I am going to give you guys an official tour of this build in just a second, but let me take care of some business first. Okay guys, it is officially tour time. So this is my greenhouse. Welcome to the Sand Desert Valley greenhouse. I love it. That's not the official name, but I think it turned out pretty cool. This shape is something I've never really done before, but I feel like it fits the sandstone kind of vibe. Also, my voice is kind of dying, so please forgive me. I don't know why it's been so kind of froggy lately, but I'm drinking water. We're good. It's just gonna be a little rough at the end of this video, but yeah, let's go inside. Let me give you guys a tour. So once we come inside, this is what it looks like. Oh, I think it looks so fantastic in shaders. I love how much natural lighting we get in here. I just think it's so beautiful. I love the hanging planters up the top. I added some lanterns so that we get a lot more lighting in here, especially at nighttime, but I think that looks good. We've got planter box A here, which is currently housing some grown wheat. And I think that this is so simple, but it just works. It's going to be easy. It's going to get me quite a lot of harvesting. We have 3 more planter boxes that we can fill up. And I've been spending a lot of time in nurseries and greenhouses lately because I've kind of been getting into plants IRL, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, they oftentimes have these big planter tables where you can see the crops the crops, I guess, or see the plants laid out in front of you, and you can kind of browse through the different tables and see what kind of different plants are on there. And so that's sort of what this is emulating, more so the middle section here, but these sides are functional. So yeah, this middle table is just growing a bunch of different crops. We've got some wheat that you can check out, our local carrots you can check out, potatoes you can check out, and then we have more of our potted sugarcane and cacti. Then if you move to the back, we have our tall cacti. This is where you can buy the really big ones if you want to. There's some signs, there's some pots with cacti in it if you want like a pre-potted plant. If you want a small one or a big potted one, you can do that. And same over here for our bamboo. Did I call it sugarcane earlier? I meant to call it bamboo, but that reminds me, I kind of want to have some sugarcane in here. I might have to make a space for sugarcane somewhere. Maybe in between these two, I can have cacti on the outside, sugarcane in the middle, and then bamboo on the other side. I think I might do that. So if it looks different next time, you know why. But yeah, 2 more planter boxes here. These are where I plan to store all the seeds and the crops that we get when we start growing them in the planter boxes. And then over here is my favorite section. So this is the pots section. Whenever you go to a greenhouse or like a nursery to buy plants, they always have these big sections where you can buy pots of different sizes and different types and stuff like that. Now, we don't have too many shards, so I just made these basic pots. I didn't have any decorative. It would be cool to replace some of these later once we get more shards with some actual decorative ones. But for right now, we just have a vast array of different ones. You can get ones that have the planter pot on the top. You can get some without. You can get smaller ones. I almost wish we had a kind of variant in between, but you know, we've got the big and the small. And I really love how this turned out. You can stack pots. So we have kind of more of our bigger pot section over here. Now, moving over here, a lot of nurseries also have a rare plants section, and this is where my rare plants go. So right now, the pitcher plants and pitcher plants and torch flowers are here. I also want to add wither roses to this eventually, because those are a pretty rare plant as well, but we currently don't have any of those. But yeah, this is where they are going to be housed for the time being, our pitcher plants and our torch flowers. And this is sort of the rare mysterious plant section. I really love it. I feel like I need to go through and almost box it off a little bit more. I really wish we had glass trapdoors. That way I could close these off and make like a glass case for them so they seem a bit more rare and they're not just like out in the open. But yeah, I do like this. Maybe I could add a gate or something going around to kind of close off this section, like an employees only kind of thing. I have seen that before. So, but I really love how this turned out. You guys will have to let me know what you think. So this is definitely a place that I am going to be frequenting to plant all my crops and get most of my food probably for at least the the foreseeable future, I guess. You guys see me eating a lot of bread, you know why. But you guys, that is going to have to finish out today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the build today, because I know, yeah, as you guys know, I personally really enjoy doing this greenhouse. I know this is a place I am going to be hanging out so often, so I can't wait to feature this in upcoming videos. But thank you guys, seriously, so much for all the support and love. I hope you'll have a very beautiful, wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next Cozy Minecraft episode. Bye, guys!